What's up, guys? Colin, aka Connor Branch here, and today, welcome to my rant video today. Today I am doing a movie rant, and that movie is Alpha. Now, if you've never seen Alpha before, it's good, but it's pretty weird too. Like, first of all, there's less than 50 words spoken in the movie, so you know it's really weird when there's like a little less than 50 words spoken in the movie. But it stars, there's a dog named Alpha, and then there's a guy, I'm gonna look up his name, I'm gonna look up Alpha, 2018, um, Alpha, and the guy is Keda, 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 and Keda's a guy, and it's about young Keda, who's like, it's like 18 or 19 years old. He tries to survive out there in the wilderness after he is left dead there during his first time. So like, he has his family, and they mistake him because they think he's dead after he literally falls off he falls off a cliff. He falls off a freaking cliff and lands smack dead, so-called dead, on a hard cliff ledge. He lands smack on the cliff ledge, and they all think he's dead, and they have a funeral for him with a pyre of rocks. They have a pyre of rocks, fire of rocks, and then or not a pyre of rocks, and then they like seven to 10 of them, and they have the funeral for him. However, then they walk away. Several days passed, and several days later, he wakes up off the ledge, not dead, and he's like, "Where am I? Where am I? Father, father!" And then he says, I think he says all this in Italian because I think this is an Italian movie. England, no, it's English. It's an English movie. It's in England, which it's not. It's not American. It's English. Uh, oh, but he also falls off the cliff ledge trying to find his way up, and it starts raining, and he ends up falling fully off the cliff into the waterfall or the water, um, uh, below, into the water, below, water below. After speaking again, and you think he'd be dead there because he ends up dying. I mean, he ends up dying there. You think he'd be dead there, but nope. The next morning, when the rain is all washed away, washed out, he comes alive again, and he ends up somehow getting to the top of the cliff. He finds some way to get to the top of the cliff, and finds the pyre of rocks for his funeral. Finds out what it was, how his father and all the troop thought he was dead. Angrily kicks over the rocks, knowing as a sign that he's not dead, and they had a funeral for him for no reason at all. So anyway, he goes hunting. While trying to find his father, he goes hunting. Okay? He goes hunting, however, a pack of wolves, including Alpha, apparently track him down, and they proceed to kill him. So he climbs up a tree. He has his bow and... Oh, wait, is it a... I forgot if it was a bow and arrow or a gun, I don't know, but I'll say bow and arrow. He gets his bow and arrow and shoots one of the wolf, and shoots one of the wolves, or kills one, or shoots one of the wolves with his gun, or I don't know what weapon he used, but one of the wolves starts to stagger and then lies down on the ground, supposedly dead, and the other wolves proceed to kill him when he climbs down off the tree. However, he sleeps on the tree all night, then he wakes up and the wolves are gone, they're not there. But then he goes down and sees the wolf that he supposedly killed. However, the wolf is the wolf is still alive, but the wolf is close to dying. So, the wolf, Keda, I think he gets the arrow out or whatever, but, or whatever he used, but whatever weapon he used, it gave the wolf a bloody leg, and, so he ends up taking the wolf to a cave, and, what did he do? Oh yeah, he, what else did he do? Oh, I forgot. Oh, well, he ended up befriending this wolf a little bit. I think he called it Alpha. I don't know if Alpha was his real name, but he called it Alpha. But anyway, what happened next was, well, first of all, he cared for the wolf. He gave it water and all that. A part that was really kind of brutal was when he actually went out with a big rock, and because he didn't have a lot of food. he wanted to find more food. So he got a big rock, took it outside, and literally killed a freaking rabbit. He saw a rabbit, hunting, looking for food itself. He literally got the big rock, took it, threw it down, and literally killed the rabbit. Then he took the dead rabbit back to the cave, and literally just tore its guts out. And then when Alpha tried to get at it, Keda's like, no! He hangs back like, no! My rabbit! Ow! And he eats a freaking rabbit. He eats the rabbit's guts and everything, just to find more food. I mean, are rabbits made of meat? I don't know if rabbits are made of meat, but he ate that rabbit, and then eventually he got tired of Alpha. I mean, he liked he loved Alpha. I mean, he loved Alpha. He thought it was pretty cool. However, he knew that I guess he thought wolves were pretty smart and they could find their own troops, their own people, or troops. So he said, "Go on, go in English or in the English language." He said, "Go on, go back to your pack, go back to your trooper, whatever." And then, however, the Alpha, well, he loved this guy back. He liked this guy back, and he kept following him. Go, no, go. And the wolf kept following him, or Alpha kept following him, and he eventually gave up, and he actually decided to keep Alpha when the wolf saved him from literally getting killed by a porcupine. But I think the wolf didn't get it. He saved Keda from getting killed by a porcupine. So hey, he decides, hey, you're pretty cool. But anyway, this is set in the winter time, so it's pretty cold, and they end up almost falling through ice. Actually, he does fall through ice because Keda gets worried about Alpha, and when Alpha, sure enough, Alpha falls through the ice, and everything's at first like suspenseful because he tries to get out, but he ends up getting out of the ice, and Keda by the end of this movie, when he does find his father and his mother and all the troop, he and Alpha are both freaking brazen cold. They are cold as fuck all over their bodies. Like, they are shivering. It is. I mean, they suffer through a lot in this movie. But anyway, Keda in English is like, I was just trying to fly. I was just trying to trying to help. And then his father's like, in English, son, you did help. You brought yourself back to us. And then that was a good part, and they did protect Alpha in their tent, so that was a good. And then it was a pretty good movie. However, they had some sort of made up. I mean, it wasn't. I'm not sure if it was actually they were speaking English. Like, I mean, they were English subtitles, but they were speaking different form of English, or if it was made up, I don't know. But they were speaking a different language in the movie. The trailers were pretty good. I mean, I saw the trailers before it came out. Here's some of the trailers. I just looked up the movie. You can see two of the trailers, and this movie was actually pretty good. I don't know. I don't know. I should I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, this was a. Here, I'll play one part of it. See right here. It's made by Sony, and you can see the
My father always told me, survival is never certain.
Yeah, right here. They had the pyre of rocks.
You must become one.
And so yeah, basically yeah, and what else was there? There's basically this kid waking up from the rain. Yeah, and then he comes alive again and finds the pyre of rocks that he didn't die from and all that. But anyway, so before I close off, I just want to say this was a pretty good movie. Kind of less than 50 words were spoken, but I think he did speak English, but his father was sort of like a different one, or I don't know if his father spoke English too, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this random video. I would highly recommend that you see this movie. It's out of theaters, but I mean, it's an interesting one. I mean, I wouldn't 100% recommend it, but it's still pretty interesting. And so, hope you enjoyed. With that being said, I will see you next time.